folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner.
Mr. Harker, I'm glad that you've arrived safely.
Count Dracula.
I am Dracula, and I welcome you to my house.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen, and I'm very excited for today's episode because we're talking all about Count Dracula. And specifically, we are talking about Christopher Lee as Count Dracula. Why? Because we are talking about the NECA release of the Horror of Dracula Ultimate Action Figure. So I've been waiting with bated breath for this figure to come in the mail from NECA, and I'm so excited to tell you guys that is absolutely fantastic. So this is a huge day for Hammer fans, and as you guys all know from watching my channel, I love Hammer films, especially the Hammer Dracula franchise. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the Horror of Dracula Ultimate Action Figure from NECA. Now, first thing I have to say is I absolutely love this box. So that's the original movie poster for Horror of Dracula, which was, of course, the US release of the film, because overseas it was just released as Dracula. And I always preferred the Horror of Dracula name because, to me, that distinguishes it from all the other iterations of Dracula. When you say Horror of Dracula, you know you're talking about the Hammer version. And it does say Hammer Horror of Dracula on the side there. And Hammer, it says a John Gore company. That's because John Gore now owns Hammer. And there's the back of the box. Beautiful look at the figure up close. Yeah, so just beautiful. I love that box. And here's a look at the inside. Just wonderful. Just a beautiful release of Horror of Dracula, Count Dracula. Now let's open the box and take a closer look, of course. And it's really not that hard to open, as some of these boxes tend to be difficult to open without, ruining the box. But, this one was pretty easy. Alright. And there you have it. Christopher Lee as Count Dracula from Horror of Dracula, my favorite Dracula film. I always love this film. I think it's just the best vampire film, period. Not only that, but the best Dracula film. And, amazing portrayal by not only Christopher Lee as Dracula, but of course Peter Cushing as Van Helsing. And, yeah. So let's take a even closer look. We'll take him out of this plastic here. Okay. Ha ha! Look at that. Beautiful. Looks just like him, doesn't it? That's a great likeness of Christopher Lee as the Count. I love the hands. Got those hypnotizing hands, the mannerisms, when he's hypnotizing you with his eyes and also those hand gestures. I love it. And of course, you got the cape, which is on the back, taped to the back of the plastic. So let me put on his trusty cape. I mean, what's Count Dracula without the cape? I mean, alright, let's get this bad boy on. Okay. Oh, look at that, will you? Will you just look at that? Christopher Lee as Count Dracula in all his glory. I am Dracula, and I welcome you to my house. You demand. I have come to destroy the House of Van Helsing. You and your line have been chosen. I freaking love Christopher Lee as Dracula, and this is just amazing. This is a big day for me, so as I said, Hammer fans rejoice because this figure looks absolutely fantastic. And let's see how he stands. Oh, look at that. Bam. Very easily, so yeah. No problem whatsoever. So there you have it, guys. Christopher Lee's Ultimate Action Figure from NECA. Get it today, get it now, order it, because this is a must-have for Hammer fans. And I am going to show a quick shot of him because you have the different versions of the head, of course. So let's take a look at that, too. And let's look at some of the other accessories here as well. And yeah, there you got the head with the blood on his mouth there from a fresh kill, you know. And he's even more like wild-eyed, you know. When his hair's all messed up when he's battling Peter Cushing as Van Helsing at the end there. And you got the candlestick, of course. Goth as hell. And the fiery candlestick, of course, which he throws at Van Helsing during the movie there, when they're battling. And you got the shovel when he's trying to dig a grave for Mina. And of course you got the different hands that you can change as well. And I think you will really need to change the hands if he's going to hold the candlestick, because, you know, with these hands they look awesome, but you can't grasp the candlestick with those, so you got to change it to these ones here where you can actually grasp the candles. So yeah, I would suggest you do. Oh, I just noticed he has the Dracula ring on there, on his hand there. Alright guys, and next shot you'll see it's with the different head with the bleeding mouth. There you go, guys. Fresh off the kill, Dracula's alternate head with the blood coming down from the mouth, like that classic scene when you first see that monstrous side of Dracula and see him hissing, and you see him grab the vampire woman, throw her to the ground, and choke Jonathan Harker out. It's just amazing. I think this is probably going to be my preferred alternate head there. So cool, yeah. So guys, very happy with NECA's Horror of Dracula Ultimate Action Figures. And thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Erschen, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared. Good evening, folks, and we got some brand new merchandise for you over at www.thehorrorcona.com, and that's CONA.com. Representing the Horror Corner. Great new design. We got the Morbid Hour live stream there, you got the Horror Hangout live stream there, and you got my nemesis, the Dark Fate. So grab your t-shirt over at www.thehorrorcona.com. And we also got this beautiful new mug. Look at that. Very, very cool. Thought that came out really nice. So grab your merchandise today over at www.thehorrorcona.com.